Hello from my Gambia. Today we are honored to have an interview with Mr. Mohamed Lamin Jame, the president of Red Dolphin Lifeguard Association. We are hosting this interview at Zinc Bar, the new station for the Lifeguards base. The intention of this interview is to show to the Gambian people and the world why these bases are needed in every beach in the country, and through this interview we will know why. Mister, can you tell us your name and a brief introduction of yourself?
Yeah, I am Mohamed Lamin Jame, the president of the Red Dolphin Lifeguard Association. With our new executive, we've been on the ground trying to effect change for the lifeguards to see the difference. And today, we are very happy that we've got a new lifeguard base called the Zinc Bar. Even though we all know there is Corona pandemic and business is not as usual, but we've managed to keep on what we do.
Can you tell us what Red Dolphin Lifeguard Association is all about?
We are a charitable association that operates within the tourism developmental area to protect people who do frequent the beach. For instance, people do come to the beach to have leisure time. Some will come for swimming, some will come for picnics, and during that time there could be an accident and that will result to drowning. So we have our members at specific locations where we will be educate and inform beach users, because sometimes the cause of drowning is because of ignorance. So, but being a lifeguard, you are the one to enlighten them, give them an advice when you deem it fit. Sometimes there could be some first aid skills that will be required. So through the training that we do have, we always try to make sure that we look after victims when it's needed. We do go for rescues. That is part of the job. Being a lifeguard, a beach lifeguard, swimming is something that you need to count on. As you can see, the lifeguards that are with us here, looking at their face, you could tell they are swimmers. These are certified lifeguards.
How long does it take for one to train and become a lifeguard?
The people that have been undergoing our training, they are usually screened at the beginning. Now, with that screening, one would be tested in the sea so that we could see your swimming ability. You see? So from there on, some might not take long to train, because you have some that have been doing fishing, for example. Then you have training on the job. So what we intend, like since we've been elected, for the next 5 years, we intend to have trainers that will be coming to train with us. We started one last year in March, yeah, but it was cut short because of the Corona. Yeah, in fact, the equipment that we were going to use in that training were around, and we made publicity about it, and the training was also on, and because of the pandemic, it was cut short. And this year, I can say it's almost like an extended off season. Yeah, but we hope to come back as soon as possible. We pray that come October, things will be different. We will start to get back to our normal life. Yeah.
When did this association start?
It was founded like before I was part of it, but it wasn't registered. In 2005, February, I started, and in 2006, on the 19th of April, that was the day when we registered it, and now I used to be the secretary to the association. I wanted recognition. That's why I introduced an instructor to the association, and we were trained. And I like that aspect, to have lifeguards trained and be recommended, because it's good to be recommended in what you do. this is a dream, and it's for the youths of the nation. If you think of beach safety, there could be a lot of youths that could be employed.
As far as you said, it's an association. Is it voluntary or?
Yeah, we have categories of lifeguards. It's voluntary. Sometimes school-going students will come with their teachers or lecturers, and they need a lifeguard to accompany them when they go to places they want to have a lifeguard. Some were able to use their certificate to find a job.
What are the main challenges this organization is suffering?
I would say one, motivation, a big aspect. If there is motivation for lifeguards, one would think of concentrating on the job for full time. But if motivation is lacking, you have to take care of your needs. Here and there, you will try to make ends meet.
What are your plans for the future?
Our plan would be to have lifeguards that will be earning income like monthly salary, because it will contribute to reduce the rate of the unemployment.
And what are your needs as of now?
We have short-term plans and long-term plans. Part of our short-term plans, we would like to have, like for example, towers that will serve as an icon to inform people that there's a lifeguard station here.
What are you doing to sustain and develop this association?
At the moment, charitable, we are not into any form of business, and we are at the grassroots level, but we intend to transform it to be in a higher height, whereas it will be well established. Even in the future, if we are gone, there would be another generation coming in. This is what we are fighting for, so that it will be well established in the Gambia and it keeps on flourishing. And we will need sponsors as well.
Throughout your work, how many accidents have you encountered, and were they only tourists?
It's been a lot, to be quite frank with you. Sometimes there are tourists that are rescued, and we rescue Gambians as well. And to be honest, if you are to compare the two, most of the time it's the locals, the people of our beloved Gambia. Gambians also, they do have problems. When you have a group that have come to the seaside and they have, let's say, some kind of exercise, and sometimes they would like to clean off the sand from their body before going back home. Sometimes the influence of peer pressure could cause problems. This person have swam to that place or that position, I should get there, whilst you know you are not a strong swimmer. That one could cause problem. You see? Another thing could be people overestimating their swimming skills. You can swim, yes, but if you try to do more than you could cope with, it counts. Let me give you an example. From Palmarima, the time I used to be there, when I was posted at Palmarima, there was a day when a boy was rescued. By the time the message got to his family, they were just about to have lunch, but the boy was absent. Where was the boy? They said the boy closed school and came to the beach. It was so quick, and it resulted to a drowning. Sometimes you cannot predict what kids will do.
Okay, to all the people watching, Gambians and tourists there, what is your message to them?
I will finish by saying we are calling on all and sundry on board so that we could help to make the Gambia a better place, because sometimes the drownings that do happen, they could be averted, provided if there is support for the lifeguards and the equipment that we need.
Right here we have one of the Lifeguards Association member. I would allow him to introduce himself fully.
I would say hello to my Gambia, my name is Oman Jai. I'm the admin of this Red Dolphin Lifeguard Association. I like this job because I see that it's a noble job and the country needs it. Really, we need it, you know. And then we need people to support us, like people like Kat. Yeah, we like his ideas and his move, you know, and we like all the Gambians to come out and support his ideas. But these are the only ideas can save our people's life and people using the beach. You know, that's why I love this job, because I see it's necessary in this country. We are surrounded by water, and then everybody like to use the water, especially people living around the sea. Because I don't have any other job to do. What I'm doing is farming. So when the farming finishes, I like to concentrate on this thing.
During the coronavirus, there were less tourists. So how was the season of the lifeguard work?
It was very difficult for us, you know, really difficult, because we can have our little, you know, earning or, you know, our needs through this tourist season, because we are working like a voluntary, you know. Yeah, many of us are working as a voluntary. Few are lucky, are employed by some hotels, you know, they are not many. But the 90% are working as a voluntary. So this pandemic really disturbed us. Really, we have a lot of challenges, you know, because we cannot control our bases like before. Because you cannot chip the boys. You can chip the boys when there is a little things, you know, things like lunch or access to have shower or transport, stuff like that. But when that is not there at all, you know, some people like to go out, use their own talent, you know, to make money for their living, you know.
Have you been saving some lives this season?
Yeah, this season. My college, not directly me, but my college saved 9 people in front of me.
I am Mr. TJ, lifeguard. I used to drive, but I just love this job because I used to protect my own blood brothers and our student of Gambian student. I love the job. Yes, and I used to protect life. I rescue enough life, you know, at the sea.